What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Blood on the Razor Wire TV, where we bring it to you real and we bring it to you raw. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and definitely share the video and leave a comment. Your comments are important. Today, I'm bringing a young man on the show, man. He was a young kid. He ended up with a bunch of felonies, went to prison in North Carolina, been to prison in a couple other places, but I'm going to let him tell you who he is and where he's from and how he ended up in prison. LB, tell the people who you are, man, where you're from, homie.
Yo, my name is LB. I'm from Rock City, right beside Durham in North Carolina, 336.
How old were you when you first went to prison?
My first time I was 16. I was convicted as an adult. I did 3.5 that time.
What was that for?
Robberies, breaking enterings, gun charges, all of that.
So you went to prison did you go to an adult prison at 16?
Well, they got a place called High Rise. That's where you go like 16 to 18. It's shut down now, but it's like a 17-story high prison. And then they got Polk when you turn 18. That's for like 18 to 26, and that's gladiator school. So I went to both of them places my first time.
You said it was like gladiator school. Tell the people what that's like, man.
Oh yeah, damn well. When you pull up and it's a bunch of damn old people that's on the bus that's going to other camps. And when you pull up, they all stand up and they like, "We salute you, young gladiators," because you already know you about to get it in as soon as you go in there.
They tell you that as soon as you get there?
Oh yeah, as soon as you get there, you get tested off the rip.
Were you a little bit nervous walking in there?
I mean, not at that time, you know what I'm saying? Maybe my first time going into a prison. I'm always ready, not nervous.
When you say you're always ready, what do you mean by ready?
Like ready for anything, ready for the smoke, anything that comes my way, I don't be looking for it, but if it comes my way, I gotta handle it.
I used to tell dudes, man, when I was in prison with dudes and there was an issue, right? And it could be some nonsense, man. I would tell dudes, I say, man, all right, you ready to kill this dude? Are you willing to kill this dude? Because I'm about to get my stuff packed and me and you, we're going to go kill him. And then a lot of dudes would be like, I ain't trying to kill the dude. And I'm like, well, listen, if you ain't willing to kill him, then it ain't worth fighting over, man. It ain't that serious. That was the point, you know what I mean? So when I hear dudes like, yo, man, I'm ready for whatever, I'm suited, I'm booted, I'm ready to, man, let's get it popping. And I have to ask dudes like, man, are you really ready, man? Are you ready to do whatever it takes? Because if you're not, then let's not push it. Because, a lot of times in prison, people do big things, man, for little reasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a fact. You might get to fighting over, you might get stabbed over a damn honey bun. Pack of ramen noodles.
You seen people stabbed in North Carolina State Prison?
Hell yeah, all the time. It was 3 stabbings at the prison I just left this year. A case manager got stabbed 27 times. That inmate that stabbed the dude, he's in ICU last time I heard. Police beat the shit out of him.
Beat him.
Yeah, they do that all the time though.
What he stab the case manager for?
I don't know all about that. That was on the other side of the prison, but when something like that happens, they lock down the whole prison. Plus all that coronavirus shit going on, so like the prison's on lockdown all the time anyway.
So in the state of North Carolina, when someone stabs a cop or a case manager or whatever, how long are you usually locked down for?
Shit. Maybe like they do like modified. They might like let 2 people out at a time for 30 minutes a day, and then they might let 4 people out in 2 weeks at a time, and then they might let 6 people out at a time, and then it keeps on going until either something else happens and they break it all the way back down, or until it keeps on going and they let everybody out. But it usually don't last about a month or two for somebody, maybe a week.
You ever seen anybody killed over there?
Oh yeah, I saw somebody die last year.
How they die? Stabbing? What?
Yeah, he got stabbed in the neck. He was leaking everywhere, man. The nurses couldn't stop it. It was everywhere, bro. It was a white. They got a thing called BFG here. That's kind of like a thing off Aryan Brotherhood. It's some fake ass shit, but they are what they are. They get punked down in prison all the time, but I guess this one was really about it, or he had done some drugs or something. And he went and stabbed the older black dude in the neck, down, killed him and shit. Both of them had life though.
Did that create a any type of race riot or anything like that?
A little bit, but it's already a lot of tension up there because like it's more like police versus inmates right now.
So it's the police against the prisoners.
Yeah, kind of, because like the police are doing some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they've always did that, but like now, like it's just going down on the street, and like now I've done been to the hole like 4 times. This year I done spent almost this whole year up in the hole. I got the paperwork in my room now. Down the Inciting Riot, got them all that shit down. Fucking, they'll take you back there, they'll whoop your ass, and then they'll hold your mail, and you can't contact your family or nobody to tell them what's going on. So you're just sitting back there really going crazy. You might really be hurt, but they're gonna make sure that they cover their ass.
Bunch of country boys working up there, huh?
Yeah, yep.
And they don't have no problem whooping on you.
Nope.
So what'd you go to?
Tobacco chewing motherfuckers.
What did you go? Yeah, what did you go to the hole for? Inciting a riot.
Inciting a riot because the police, they was a dude twinked out on some K2, and it was a big ass dude. His name's Foot. And then hey babe, go look outside and make sure my fuel ain't full up front. Hey look, it was a big dude, and he twinked out on some K2. He wore a size 17 shoe, and he twinked out, and police tased him, and he fought the police. But after they got him in handcuffs, they kept on beating him. So like I jumped off my bed. This was like 6:30 in the morning. I jumped off my bed, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. Like y'all ain't gonna bank him like that. Like take him to the hole. Like we respect that, but y'all ain't about to do that to him. And they was like, nah, you put your hands behind your back. And they did me wrong just for saying that, bro. They twisted my words. I said, fuck the police, and goddamn, let's get them.
Did they put their hands on you?
Oh yeah, like the whole way down there, they was like, yeah, buck up, motherfucker, goddamn, this is spot. We got something for your ass. They was trying to, but like I know when the goddamn, like, as long as they don't push the limit too much, I know how to just keep my mouth shut. But if they was like really put hands on me, then I would have to put my hands on them too. That's just as a man.
Yeah, I understand that. So
I've done fought the police before.
I want to take you back to when you were 16. You said you were 16. You had like 50 felonies for robbery and all that type of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And my show is centered on saving kids from life imprisonment and premature death. So at 16, premature death in the street, not getting murdered. That's what that means. When you were 16 and you go to prison at the age of 16, right? I want to know how it felt for a 16-year-old knowing that you're going to prison for a couple years. 3 years is a lifetime when you're 16.
Yeah. So they offered me, because this was my first, your first time getting in trouble, sometimes they smack you on your wrist. So they offered me probation at first, but they was trying to give my older brother 7 to 10 years. So I took the blame for everything, and and my lawyer came back. He was like, "You gotta be the stupidest motherfucker I know." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, they ain't giving you probation. You just admitted to 50 felonies. Like, like they took that off, and you gotta take that. You gotta take 6 to 8 months sentence to box squad today, or like you're gonna get fried. So like that broke my heart. I thought I was going home, but then next thing I know, I had 3.5 years. Hey, once they get it to you, you gotta do it.
How is it for? I want to know what it's like for a young white kid to go into a prison at the age of 16 in North Carolina.
Oh yeah, I was scared and nervous at first. Of course, I think everybody is. I don't care who you are when you first go to prison. You don't know what to expect your first time. Walking in there. But like, I've been to juvenile detention centers, group homes, wilderness camps, and shit when I was younger. So like, I already know I was never no bitch. I've been getting my ass whooped my whole life by my older brothers and shit. So, I was ready for the smoke for real.
So you
I don't go looking for it.
Was it dangerous in that place with all them young kids or no?
Oh yeah, I say that's probably one of the roughest places I've been for real. Out of all the prisons in North Carolina and Virginia, like just the conditions too. Like it won't no heat, there won't no AC. There was bugs. Your window was wide open. There won't no bathrooms in your cell. The bathrooms be right beside each other. So like, and like there's nothing blocking them, and they might only let you out for a 3-minute bathroom break, and there might be 12 people. You know, so you got 3 people lined up on the toilet, and y'all so close you can hear this man shit right beside you. You know, and then y'all like pass the toilet paper, pass the toilet paper, and police is telling you, hey, break it off. Goddamn, you got 30 seconds to get back, and they're serious. They're gonna whoop your ass. You know, we little kids at this time. Damn, you know that shit was rough, bro, for real, man. Like it fucked with my head for real. I still go through shit from being locked up, a lot of shit.
So if you had to use the bathroom and the toilets are filled up, you're hit. What do you got to do?
I mean, you gotta go back to your cell and shit in a box or goddamn piss out your window. Like I said, this prison's 17 stories high, so they got the windows pretty much open. They had the windows open, there wasn't nothing but a screen on them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You couldn't get past the screen, but, you know, shit, you got to piss out your window or shit in a box. Like, you got to live like an animal.
That's horrible, man.
In the wintertime.
Have you shit in a box?
I mean, shit, motherfuckers had to do what they had to do. I remember this one time, this dude took a shit in the shower, and he tried to push it down with his toes. And goddamn, motherfuckers like, man, who the fuck shit in the shower? And he had shitty footprints all the way back to his head. So they already know who did that shit. He got his ass whooped for that one.
That's horrible, man. I've seen that. I've seen people do crazy stuff like that in prison, man. It's absolutely outrageous, right?
Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Did you carry a knife in there?
Oh yeah, sometimes like. I ain't only had to use one time, but like I usually, if I run into a situation, I want to go home. You know what I'm saying? So I usually try to duke it out. You know what I'm saying? But you know, sometimes shit gets the littlest shit, like you said, the littlest shit gets the most serious up there. You know.
And people's pride's on the line. People talk shit. Other people are hyping it up, especially when you're young. People want to see that. They want to see people fighting. They want to see violence, and then you end up suffering the consequences, right?
Yeah, I'm still like that now. Like the littlest shit out here on the street, I make a big deal about it. And people be like, hey, LB, look, we're just talking about a blunt or something. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, oh yeah, we only are talking about this. You know, why am I tripping out about this like that?
Something small, man. People are getting killed over small things every day.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
That means you got to think, LB, right? You got to think for the other person sometimes.
Yeah. Yup, all the time.
Now, when you're in that kid prison, are they stealing in there? I mean, I've been in prisons where they steal stuff, man.
Oh yeah, they breaking the locks. You know, you had to get on the elevator to go from the second floor, and I'm sure like people gonna see this video from North Carolina that's been to high rise. Like a bunch of my homeboys been to high rise, so they're gonna see this and they're gonna be laughing like hell because they know all this shit's like happening. But look, up on the second floor, you gotta come up from canteen all the way back up. So when you get on the elevator, you know, you might get on there with 5 motherfuckers in a gang that you don't fuck with, and they might take all your shit by the time you get up to, you know, your floor.
So you're on the elevator. What, they take your bag? You fighting for your bag? What are you doing?
Oh yeah. Some people don't fight. Some people be scared of, you know, 5 people or something. But you know, some people fight. You gonna get stomped out for it. I never let nobody take something from me.
They ever tried?
Yeah. A couple of times when I first got in there, but you know.
I know you talked about you carried a knife before. You had to use it one time. Is that what you said earlier?
Oh yeah.
Tell me about it. Tell me what happened.
Well, I was fighting this dude and I beat him up like 3 times. Every time I beat him up, we was in the shower. Every time I beat him up, he was like, now I want it again. So I go back in there. He didn't want to get beat up by a white boy. You know how that shit goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hell no. And he was in the gang and shit. You know, I'm not in the gang. But, you know, it's making him look really bad. So goddamn, After I whooped him 3 times, I wasn't even tired because he was littler than me. I'm 6'3", and motherfucking next thing I know, he was like, "Come back to the shower." I went back in the shower with him, and he had a little blade on. He hit me right here. You really can't see because my tattoo and on my hand.
Damn.
But let me see if I cut my light up on my. Yeah.
You're good.
All
I
right.
can see it a little bit. You're all right. So what?
All right.
He cut you with a razor blade, a street razor,
Yeah, it was something like that. It wasn't
or is
like
it like a
it was like a
shaving razor?
home. It was like Yeah, it was like a homemade. You can make those out of batteries. The razors.
Yeah. So it wasn't one of these, right?
Nah, I want one of them. Yeah, it looked like that, but it won't like actually one of them.
Yeah.
Homemade one of them.
And what? You're just fighting the dude, blood everywhere. I mean, your hands are bleeding. You're hitting them, right?
Oh yeah. So he got off on me right there. I ran up out the shower and I went and got the thing and I came back up in there. Actually, he was sitting on his bed when I came back, and he should have knew what it was. I had my hand wrapped up. I went up in him. And people don't know. People think like, I just go to prison and stab somebody or something. But when you stab somebody for real, like that's a whole nother feeling. Like you feel their skin pop and shit, man. It takes something else to stab somebody. It's easier to shoot somebody than stab somebody for real.
When you stabbed him, how did you feel? Did you feel like you had power? Did you feel like? I want to know how you felt when you stabbed this kid, man.
I don't even remember, bro. I blacked out for real.
How many
I
times you
was
hit
just,
him?
I was just mad. I got stabbed about 4 or 5 good times that like got him
Where at?
all up in the side and his arm.
What would have happened if you would have stabbed him and killed him, man?
Man, I never got out.
I asked you that for a reason, right?
Yeah,
Because I wanted that response from you for you to say, man, I would have never got out. So let me ask you this. Dude cuts you, you're bleeding, whatever. You go back and you stab him, but was it really just a small thing that escalated, man, where someone could have died?
yeah, it was small. We was really fighting over the phone. So yeah,
Fighting over the phone. But I respect the fact that, hey, man, you're in prison. There's things you got to do. You can't let no one walk you. You can't let no one punk you. Prison's a little different. A lot of people don't understand that type of thing. But for real, man, once in a while you can let things ride. And I've always learned that in prison, most people want a way out. All you have to do is give it to them, man. Give them a way out. It don't make you look soft. It don't make you look like a punk. Someone takes something from you, you got to handle your business, man. But a lot of times, incidents that I've seen in prison, sometimes you can let that shit ride, man. Because you could have ended up killing that kid and we wouldn't be on this video right now, right?
yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, and that's why I don't never like. I never liked. I was never one of the young people. I'm 27 now. So when I was in them younger places, I was never one of the people that ran around and stabbed people. Because like that shit happens all the time in the younger prison. You know, you got people 16, 17, 18 with 2, 3 life sentences, 80 years, 20 years. They don't give a fuck. They're trying to make a name for themselves. So like, I won't never one of them people that was like that. But I let that escalate, man, and like I always regretted that, and like I was scared that dude was gonna tell them too, man, because they had to just stitch him up and leave him in the block.
Who stitched them up? The other prisoners or the staff?
Yeah, the other my homeboy stitched him up.
They stitched him up
Put
and he
him.
held it down. He didn't tell on you.
Oh no, I fed him and shit while he was laying in bed, to make sure because he couldn't walk like that. He was fucked up on the inside.
Tell the people why you fed him, B. I know why you fed him, but tell them why you fed him.
Shit, I fed him so he ain't got them walk out there and the police see his ass.
Yeah, see, a lot of people don't know that. You feed dudes because if they walk out there, they're stabbed, they can't walk, they got a black eye, the cop's going to pull them over and be like, yo, what happened to you? Then they come do a search, search your hands, search your body. They do body searches over there after something like that happens?
Yo, look at your hands, all that shit. Yo, look at back on the cameras, all that. Instantly.
And then what? They come take your ass to the hole.
Yo, I got I came home from the hole, damn like 2 months, and I fucked up because I was getting the rest of my leg done. I got my whole body tatted, and my homeboy was tapping my leg. And this one dude owed me $30. Cause like my last 6 months I stopped. Like I used to smoke K2 and shit, but my last 6 months I stopped. Then I started hustling, so I could send money home to my son and stuff. So dude owed me like $30 and got slick with me as the AB dude, and his name was Butterbean. And I walked the dog on his ass and beat the hell out of him until he went up under the table. And then the police came in there and I hurried up and walked off. And they was like, it's the one with the tattoos on his head. I heard it come over the walkie-talkie. They locked me up. They let him go. They tried to hit me with an assault charge because he didn't hit me back. So they weren't trying to let me go and shit. But I ended up just going home from the hole and shit. I sat in the hole for like 2 months over that shit.
So he's a North Carolina Aryan Brotherhood, AB, right?
That's what he was fake. He was the fake AB.
Yeah, but I'm asking.
He's the fake AB, man. It's a lot of fake gangbangers up here, man.
Listen, I don't promote violence, right? But if you put your hands on me and dude's claiming to be a gang member and he's just letting you hit him and he ain't hitting you back, says a lot about him, right?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
So let me ask you this.
I wish he would have hit me, man, because I would have only went to the hole for 5 days. I sat back there for like 2 months.
So he don't hit you back, but he's in a gang allegedly. His homeboys let him stay there after you hit him and he didn't fight back?
Oh, all of his homeboys were soft as hell too, you know what I'm saying? I have a bunch of homeboys. Like I said, I fought with the Bloods, the Crips, the Latin King. So like everybody fucks with me, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows I'm real, you know, real recognized is real, you know. You don't gotta be in no gang all the time to just be a real motherfucker, bro. So like everybody fucks with me. So when I was in the hole, they made him, like everybody made him write a request every single day and drop it in saying, hey, we was only horse playing, nothing happened. But they wouldn't let me out the hole because they knew what happened. They had it on camera. You know, I did it in the fucking day room. So.
You mentioned your son. How old's your son?
He just turned 1 on the 4th of July.
He just turned 1. So were you in jail when he was born?
Yup.
So you missed them best years with him, huh?
Yup. I've only met him one time.
Well, I mean them best months. He doesn't live with you right now?
Nah, my baby mama and him, they stay in New Orleans.
So you only met him one time. Damn, man. You know, I'm big on, you know, men being real fathers, real leaders, man, raising your son and making sure you stop that vicious cycle of imprisonment, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact.
And I hope and encourage you to do that.
I send my son money all the time. I know it ain't like me being there, but I can't be there. You know, I'm on 7 o'clock curfew, so like I can't be there. And plus, you know, me and my baby mama, we don't know what's going on with each other, you know. So it's a lot of things to figure out, you know, just because you got a baby with somebody don't always mean y'all gotta be together. Yeah. But it's a lot of shit when you get out, you know. So
trust me, I understand. So let me ask you this: are you working right now?
Yeah, I work with my dad. I work construction.
What type of construction work you doing?
Everything. We build boat houses, big houses in Raleigh, you know, $1 million houses, anything.
So listen, man, working with your dad's a whole lot better than having a prison job, ain't it?
Oh yeah, I went and put myself in them shoes because like a fast bag ain't always a good bag, you know what I'm saying? And a free bag ain't always free. Like, all right, I might go do something and I might get $2,000-$3,000, but shit, what if I gotta go 2-3 years for that $2,000-$3,000? You know, how much money do you think I could make in 2-3 years? Way more than 2,000 or 3,000. You know, I'm thinking 200,000-300,000. You know,
that's the message right there. Some dudes jump out there and rob people for a necklace for $2-3 grand, $500, and then they're in prison for 5-6 years, writing their mom and their baby's mother for commissary. It's not worth it, man. I'm glad you said that because that's something for people to think about. Think about that because it ain't worth it, man. For a couple $1,000s for the moment, it don't add up to what you would have made for the year. All the years you're going to sit in prison. So, LB, before we close the show, I'm going to ask you a very important question. Because, hey, you just dropped the jewel with what you said, right? But I'm going to ask you this. If you could tell your younger self when you were 16, right, or 15, before you committed all them felonies, or You know, another young kid that's on the wrong path right now that's 14 or 15. What would you tell them, man?
I would tell them if I could go back and tell myself anything, I would tell myself that time is priceless. Like you cannot put a price on your time. You cannot put a price on your family, on the people that you love. You cannot put a price on your freedom or your happiness. So, before you go out there and do something dumb, like it ain't cool to get in trouble and shit, man. It's cool to do sports and shit, man. It's cool to go to college and get girls and shit and get a legal bag, And if you do something illegal, like don't do nothing fucking stupid, Like at least do something that ain't that bad, Don't go sell crack or nothing like that, man. Like man, I would just want to stay in school, man, and just a whole lot more opportunity, you know.
Hey, there's nothing like sitting in prison, right?
Yeah, that's the hard question because I would tell myself a whole lot of stuff like,
But the message is, look, man, it's not worth it. You know, your time, like you said, your time, your freedom, your family, they're priceless. There is no price. So you're giving that
yeah,
stuff up for what? A couple $1,000s to go sell, crack. Okay, so what? Maybe you made 50 grand, 100 grand. And then when they come arrest you and you lose everything, it all meant nothing. It's all
yeah,
gone.
that's a fact.
And there's over a million people in prisons and jails all over this country. So the chances of you getting caught are pretty high, right?
Yeah, like that's why like when you get out of prison, I think it's like a 75% chance that you come back or something like that.
It depends.
Like,
There's 67%. There's different numbers out there, but the recidivism rate
yeah,
is high.
I
So,
think that's the mess with you. Like, I think if you go to prison and that if you don't get sick of that and you don't get sick of being around a bunch of random people, I mean, some people's cool in there, but like, if you ain't tired of that, then and you want to keep on going back, then I feel like, that there's something honestly wrong with you or institutionalized. Like, I'm institutionalized. I know I am. I'm scared to walk in big stores. I'm scared to, like do a lot of stuff. I get, angry and stuff. Sometimes I want to be by myself and shit. I could tell that prison fucked with my head, man. So, it did a lot of good things for me too. Like I can read people real good. Like I can get near somebody and tell, like, get the vibe off them and know everything. I know what job they got, what color underwear they got, everything in 30 seconds. Like so. You
yeah,
know that, Reed. You know how because you're around everybody's personality when you're in prison. You
I got
got
good
cons,
insight.
rapists, murderers.
I got pretty good insight too, but I can't tell what type of underwear they're wearing. I'm just messing with you, man. Look, I'm gonna close the show, man. Tell you, man, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate your message. You dropped a couple jewels, man. I hope people grab them, man. You know what I mean? Grab them and,
Yeah,
and,
no
and
doubt.
apply that, man. So I appreciate you coming on the show, man. Blood on the Razor Wire TV. For those that haven't, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and definitely share the video because some young man or some young girl out there, they need to hear it, man. Blood on the Razor Wire TV. Until
Hey, can I
tomorrow.
give a shout out?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, hey, let me give a shout out to my boy Fat Cat DL, my brother Justin, my son, uh, Allie, Brittany, BL, KJ. If I forgot you, then I forgot you. I ain't really forget about you, but thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. Blood on the Razor Wire TV. Until tomorrow, we're out.